Okay, so spring unit this morning. This is the sort of heifers we've got calving in. This one's coming back trying to turn mine. That's what it's looking like. That's quite a nice heifer. Quite a nice grazing heifer. So they're that much smaller than what we're used to back at home. Black and white one. But they're coming well. I've got another one here somewhere. Where's he two? This one. This one's just been milked out. Another blackish one. It's got a nice bit of height about it, mate. That one. I thought we had another one somewhere. Got a duff one on the bucket there. Yeah, this one at the back here. Another blackish one. Nice and relaxed. So this one here is the first time we milked him. He calved. Just calved. Second time we put him on. Nice and relaxed. He's nice. They're nice and calm. Because we've had him through the parlour already, TB testing, so they are used to the parlour, and they are easy to get in on this parlour. They just run straight in. Now and again you might need a hurdle to get them in, but that's a nice heifer, that is. I'm in the parlour, Tim's out getting the dry case round. We've got a nice bit of milk coming out now, a bit of fresh milk. It's dry case there. Just being let round. Tim's over there letting dry case round. One's calved, I reckon. There's the gate shut. That heifer's done one. Oh well. One on out. Right, here we go. This is down in the calves. This is what we've got at the moment. We've got our two oldest ones. So these calves here, these are a week old. He's about 5 days old. These two 2 days old, and this one was born yesterday morning. This time yesterday. So very little. So this is a standard size calf, what we used to like back at home and that. This one's a bit smaller, but these are all little, quite tiny, because they come out heifers. But I'm liking how more black and white come out. They're going to be too good. They're sort of heifers so far. That's a bull actually. An Angus, I think. Yeah, that's an Angus. Tell because he's polled. So yeah, black and white ones. This is what we wanted. You know, all coming out a bit like that. This one's still a little bit crossbreedy. This one's red and white. But that's looking good. Well, I just gonna get their milk in it. Like I said down on my video on the other calves, you just swap the water over twice a day. So this water, what's put in last night, gets chucked out and new lot gets put in. Not like they're gonna drink a lot because they're newborns, but you've got to start as you're gonna carry on. These are feeders we've got here. Never used to like these feeders much, but we've got two of them now. They're 5 calves each, and they've got the partitions, what comes in handy. We get them going on this, and then I've got another one here for like real little ones. What's got like the spongy, like weird tea. I forget what's called. That's what's like inside. Get some light. Like that. It's a bit weird tea, but it's for like super little calves. If you have a few. So that's 10 calves there, and then we've got some bigger feeders. What do 10 and 12 calves, like the milk bar ones what I've got down home, when they get a lot bigger and stronger. But we start them off on that because that works well, because anybody can do that. So if I'm not here doing the calves, then someone else can come up and it's easy going. Pens here all set up, ready to go. That's about 90 there. And we've got a big pen at the back. And then fingers crossed, if it's like any other year, at about 3 weeks old, we get about 40 or 50 out in the field on a trail teat feeder. And then if it's still cold, we'll jacket them out. As long as it's cold, not worried about cold or wet, but as long as it's warm and wet or cold and dry. We don't like cold and wet or snowy like that. That's when they can't go out, because it's just too bloody hard on them. But you'd be surprised how well they actually do outside when they're out. You put them out 3 weeks old, they get used to that ground, because these calves get black leg quite easy when they get a bit older. So you want to get them out nice and young, get them going, and they just do ever so well when they're out in the field. As long as the milk's nice and hot and they get plenty of it. Doesn't matter if you feed them once a day or twice a day, as long as you get between 6 and 7 litres a day and they get plenty of cake. and they've got a bit of shelter out in the field. Hardest thing when they're out in the field is actually getting out of the field with one of those teat feeders. Right, I've got the milk in the teats in the feeder. Let's try this one. If I do it one-handed, there we go. This one looks a bit easier. Actually, this is first time on. This one's going to be a two-hander. Put that like that. Open your mouth, honey. Adam, man. A little bit high actually, speaking. There we go. It's two on. Get this one here. Been with mother all night, but I'll give him a go. This one's 1 day old now, so I haven't bagged nothing yet. He's a strong sucker, he's sucking my fingers already. Squirt a bit in their mouth and they start sucking. Oh, right, he's full of that one. Where he's been with his mother, he's stuffed. So some years I'll just bag everything. When they come out, we'll put 2 litres down them. But last year and probably this year, what we do is the cows go in a calving pen and then they stay with the calf 24 hours. And then the calf quite often sucks them. If they don't, we'll bag them. But when they do, they do. And quite often I just tell by feeling, picking them up, because you know they've got milk in them. Like this one, he's got a big belly on him, so you know he's done alright. And then, so these are 2 days old now. They've done a day with a mother and then they've come in here. They're very small, so I've got this feeder on the top of the hurdles at the moment. I'm going to have to put it down one next time, I reckon, because he's a little bit joinked up. But then again, when they're sucking the mum, they're going up like that, aren't they? So, not too bad. So now I might have to open the teats up a bit, because the hole's quite small on them at the moment. But this one here is drunk his milk. See, they only want 4 litres a day, these 2 litres maximum, because they're only little. They're really small. When down home, you know they want to be about 6 to 8 litres a day straight away. These will be alright. Right, one thing I've noticed, and I'll say, is we've got a bale of barley straw at the moment in there, and we don't want barley straw as bedding. You want wheat straw, because barley straw go boggy. So at the moment it's alright. It looks nice and shiny and it looks better than wheat, but that will go boggy over time. So we're gonna have to start doing wheat. That's it for barley, or otherwise this shed will get boggy, and that's when you start getting your problems like crypto and whatnot. So wheat straw doesn't go boggy in the beds, and if it does, then they've got to be cleaned out, and it's a massive pain in the ass because you've got to load all calves up in a box or whatever, put them somewhere else and then clean it out. That's what you've got to do, because they cannot have boggy bedding, these calves, no way. So it's got to be wheat from now on, wheat straw in here. When the next calves go over there, it's got to be all wheat straw. Barley is only for eating, not for bedding. It is a shame because it does look good, barley, but you've got to have wheat. What he's drunk is a bit more on there. That one there's still going. You just got to sit here and watch them drink. That's all you can do. You've got to have patience with these calves. Make sure they just drink alright. You can't just chuck the milk and then bugger off. You just got to keep an eye on them. It's Friday morning and I'm on the all year round calving unit. Just getting ready to go down the dry cows and bed them down. That's Toby. Still got the loader on the 175. Been doing a bit of tanking in between all the work we're doing. We've got silage trailer there where we've been hauling silage. We've got to take that back. And we've got loads of square bale silage coming in at the moment. What we're buying in for the dry cows, because we're getting a little bit, well, we're not tight, but you don't know what it's going to be like, and it's good to have silage left in the clamp. Silage and clamps like money in the bank. So here's the cattle after milking. It's about 9:30 at the moment. Been on the phone at TB lot all breakfast hour. Takes a long time, gone through it, course in and that. Got to put another load of grub brain, yeah? We only managed to put one load of grub brain because the autumn unit ran out. And we're waiting for this other wagon, our 360, to be fixed. So we're running on that 200 at the moment. The 200's alright. I think he's a little bit bigger. Seems to hold a lot. Here's the cows, all sat down in the cubicles. Well, like you see, these cows at the moment, they're milking, averaging 24.5 litres a cow. But it's 5% butter fat and 4% protein. I had the results come through this morning. It's one of the highest we've ever had on this dairy. And it's all because I bring down about 30 out blockers from the spring unit each year. But I've got to be, it's not as easy just to like, right, they're out of block, we're bringing them down there. You've got to be very selective because you can't bring down anything too low, like milking and that. You've got to be quite ruthless. Here's the cows here. Settled in, heifer there. It's been in milk about 6 weeks now, I think. I usually walk down through them when I first come out, just look for the odd bad footer and that, put in a crush. Got one there sprayed up, what we've done his foot. All's looking alright. We got, I think I put in a video, the foot lifting crush, bloody ball tipped over and smashed it up. Got it fixed, but we had a new electric wrench put on it and all that. Got all just done up well, since it was in with a fabricator. And they've done a good job because it's nice and easy to get a cow in there now, nice and easy to do their foot. That's the first shed I went in. This is the middle shed now. I'm going to go over in the far shed. A few bullers here hanging about, messing around. Load of cow cake coming a day. We have a load of parlour cake once every 2 weeks now because we don't use a lot. They literally get 1 or 2 kilos in the parlour and the rest is all down the barrier. So it's pretty much flat weight. Even though they're all year round calving cows, it is flat rate over the whole lot, and numbers seem to be stacking up all right at the moment, only because we've had a little shift in the all year round calving. We've got more autumns this year than anything. They're all looking good. I've got to take the yard scraper down to the dry cows to scrape up. Toby's going down there to bed out because he's got tomorrow off, so he's going to lace them up in straw. We've got a fair bit on the day. So I'm just like, I've got time to walk about and shimmy around all the farms at the moment. This farm in the spring unit, because up on the spring unit is still relatively quiet. We've had 11 calves in, and we've got about 6 or 7 calves, and it's still like quiet up there. So in the afternoon, like milking's quite quiet. You've got your like the ones what we've dragged through, and then you've got your fresh calvers. You ain't got to do no bend down in the afternoon, and you ain't got to do no scraping up. So it's literally just milking, and Tim up there can do that, and then Emma's up there in between, but she is down here with me quite a lot of time at the moment because we're having a shift round in the labour, the autumn unit, got someone going out, someone coming in, so it's all like in between at the moment. But over the next, I say next week or the week after, I'm going to be absolutely full on up on the spring unit. It's going to switch on like a light, like it does every year. But to start dropping, one night you go, one morning I'll go up there early in the morning, Tim come round and say, yeah, we've had 6 calves last night, and then that'd be it. It'd be lights on, all go for a good 6 or 7 weeks. Me and Emma and Tim would do all that ourselves probably. I got all the stuff ready, all the teat feeders washed, everything ready to go. We're just like waiting. It's going to be a real hard time because it always is, but what you've got to remember is it switches on like a light, it switches off like a light, and it goes quiet quick. Usually when you've just about had enough of it, you just about had enough of carrying out wet calves and sorting out cows in the piss and rain, it switches off and it calms down, and then the sun comes out and the cows go out, and then happy summer for a bit, and then it's serving what's a little bit tough sometimes, but it's not too bad. So yeah, we're just waiting for that. Let's see how we get on. Right, so I'm just opening that gate for yard scraper. I'm going to take this yard scraper on out and scrape up cows. Got them parked on a ramp at the moment. All the ice is gone now, so it's easy to sweep in because we had ice build up on the sides there. This is our lagoon. It's getting full up now. Taking muck out all the time in the dry weather. Look how green the grass is still. We're going to have a good turnout. Got a nice bit of grass around. What's great. That's half a battle, but this ground is really, really wet. It's going to take a long time to dry out, especially if it starts raining when you don't want it to rain. We want it dry February, March really. And we want a nice bit of sun. We don't want torrential rain in spring, or we will be on the back foot when everybody else, as soon as the sun comes out, turns out, we'll be a week behind. But when we do go out, there's going to be some grass out there, so we will be that far in front. On the spring unit, see, the cows that go out literally like an hour after the rain in the spring because it pitches off that quick. But then you haven't got the grass, like it's a different sort of soil. You can sort of see the soil in the grass. This is like a carpet down here. It really is. Well, I've just drove down to the dry cows. Toes hitching on a straw chopper. You are? Without your attitude. He's going to let me in to scrape out, hopefully. Or he might sit there and let myself in. A little bit shitty, not too bad. Drier conditions now. Need a bit of grub. We're going to drive him around, scrape that. See if anything's got a calf. Nothing, I don't think. So I've got to scrape out all this dry stuff. This is just one day, we scrape them out every day. But we've got just sheer amount of animals in there at the moment. So we're going to calve a lot of heifers in the spring on this farm. So we're going to be super busy. I expect Sundays I'm going to be really, really busy because we're going to have heifers down here calving, and then we've got the spring calving cows calving. But that can go well, or it can be harder there. Sometimes I literally pull 3 or 4 cows out of like 312, I think we got the calving up on the spring unit. 3 or 4 over the whole lot, and then other times it's like, but I guarantee it'd be like a Sunday afternoon or Sunday night, or it'd be some awkward time when you have a backwards calf or twisted calf and then you've got to spend about 2 hours trying to get them out. It'd be like a hard time when you've got other stuff going on. I remember last year we had 2 cows down. What was a pain in the ass, and then I also had a cow with a hard calving, and it was all on a Sunday afternoon, and I was meant to be going out that night. So that's when it happened. So we're going to get that again. We're going to get some stressful times. These 3 here we've just dried off. When we dry off, we let them in this pen. So about 7 o'clock this morning, they went into this pen, and now they're going to a dry cow. So they sniff each other through the gate and they don't fight. When you chuck them straight in, you get quite a few beat, a few over, fighting and whatnot. But now they won't. I'll let them in a minute and they should be all friends. There's a heifer there, getting ready to calf. Big white one. Nice one, that. Like the heifer's high yielding down there.
Oh, I tell you what, I love that fucking spicy chicken pasta from Morrison's.
Nice, is it? Right, we're going to try these out and scrape them out. Probably be alright another day, but it's a weekend tomorrow. Early on when I first started doing videos, I said these were pork, but they're looking pretty good now. They look better when they're on straw. This is like at their shittiest. But we've lobbed all the horns off them. They're practically all heifers. I think we have got the odd steer in there. What I was missing ear tags on, what I've got to order at. But we've got to have one more clear test now, so the rest of these steers, what, about 10, got to go in their orange market. What's at the start of the month, so we'll do that. Go on. Go on in. There we go. What we've got here is a Brown's box scraper. It's 6 foot. All the rest of the scrapers we've got are 7. But this one's got to be a 6 because we've got that little alleyway by the parlour to go through. And we used to have a 7, but we had to scrape out by hand then, and I thought after about a week, bugger this, I've had enough of manual hand scraping, and I couldn't hose out with a high volume all the time because it's too thick of shit, so we went back to 6-foot scraper. Toby's waiting for me to be done, and he's coming in with a straw. And then at some point we've got to shift this dirt heap of shit out in the field or up to our stone pad because we've got to clean the shit out again. Here he is, he's just lined up, getting ready. Ready to blast it in, he's got the chute ready there. Got to get some straw without belts right there somewhere. Father's taking some hay up to the spring unit today. Ready for the weekend. This is some older straw what's got a few stones in it, so we've got to drive the cattle out now. Don't be chucking stones on them. Getting to the back of the straw shed, we're going to have to start buying some in for them. With these straw choppers, so you can get ones without wheels or run on a hydraulic. We've got one for wheels. This back can lift up in a minute and push it in. You've got a conveyor underneath what winds it round, push the straw forward, and it doesn't chop it, it just shreds it, chunks it through. And you've got a swivel spout up there. Swivel it round. Go side to side, up and down, all over the place. One of the best things we bought is a straw chopper. No longer do I take straw in the house on my shoes, on my socks. It's a nice, clean, easy job, and you get it done a hell of a lot quicker. Once he's done that, I'm going to drive those, going to shut the door, and I'm going to drive cattle back in. And then we're going to put 2 of those silage bells in, and we're going to start the dry cows. We're going to wrap the whole lot up in about an hour, and then we're going to go up and I'm going to do the silage clam. He's going to put another load of grub round with the milkers because we're running behind on that. And then we're going to go sorting calves out. We're going to regroup calves. We're just going to swap them about, spend a bit of time and get them all nice right size. I got farm insurance on 20th of February down here. So I got a little bit more paperwork to do and whatnot, but after that, pretty much ready for that. I got a bolt. I got to fit the blending doors back on because I put them on the other day and someone's beat them off. They all blame it on the wind blowing them off, but I reckon one of them must have hit. Oh, he's nearly done. That'll take us through to Monday now. There we are, that's the door shut. Just let the cattle wrap that round. That's this lot done. And whilst I'm doing this, see, Toby's going to load out a bell, probably store those ones over there in the other shed. And then he'll come around here, give me a hand, drive dry cows out. I'll scrape them out here better. Nothing's calved down here, so we ain't got to sort it out of all of that. Do have a bit of straw and a calving pen. Get a lot of action in this calving pen actually. They've been wiggling about a lot. And we sorted a few barners out in there too. That's where we do our TB testing there. We've got loads of doors up through, see, and it's easy, and they run down this race down side there. It's a nice setup this. We didn't build it, we just took it on because it's next door to our dairy unit. Farmer before done a good job of this. Go on then. Go on. They should just run straight back in. Go on. Go on, go on. Go on. Go on. I find before bedding down everything looks like absolute shithole in this weather. Just even the cattle, you know, you look at them and they're not nice and shiny. Bring on spring. Or just bring on a bit of sun and a bit of drier weather. It's been dry now, we haven't really had much rain, but it's still like misty and horrible. If you look, it's whacked me in the face with a toe, that came. If you look through here, it's just mist all the way through at the moment. Getting swept out, bedded out, it looks a lot better, especially when lights come on at night and you walk through them and they're all let out on like nice straw and whatnot. It looks a lot better. It's always nice going in the house when it's all nice and bedded down. Got one of our Frisian bulls there, nearly done his time. He's in his dry case now, just get him out of the way. What I like about this farm is just concrete all over the place. So I just scrape, you see, I just drive around the farm, just scrape all this straw, a little bit of straw everywhere, keep it nice and tidy. Just put concrete everywhere. See here, we've got a bit of ice still there. But like round here, see where we've got a bit of straw on the floor, I'm just going to scrape it all up. Toby's going to come in there and bed they down in a minute. Got the crush there, ready for a bit of de-awning, a bit of castrating, see. But so look, I can come along here and just scrape all this. I didn't want a bit of rain ready to wash it a bit clean. And muck here, we've got to empty that soon. Got to wait for the perfect time on this farm when it's not too, like when it's nice and dry, but it's just before the rain. That's all I think about actually, is a shit pit filling up and a silage pit going back on the moment. Story of my life all winter. Because the silage is going back, we're on these silage belts. And these silage belts here. Let's get my knife out there. Great, but they're hard to get the strings out of. There's a lot in one of these belts. So we're buying them in, I can gather it's made in July. But it's good dry stuff. Last couple of years, no chobbing. Calving seed's been good run. I've always just had one bad calving, or I reckon this dry, these dry summers made drier, or just been drier than me, hasn't it, for the last couple of years. It's been a lot better, the dry cows and whatnot. I reckon when you have a wet May or whatever, in the grubs, it makes some wettish silage, I reckon it's fucking bad for cows. Got to really mix it in, all these dry grubs here, that's good stuff that is. There's no rot on it or anything, real good stuff. Yeah, it's just like when we put them down the barrier, getting these bloody strings out. It's hard going. Toby there coming in with the last bell straw. That's they straw down. These are our 3 bells now. Shut the doors on it, put grub down the barrier, shut the gates, and then we'll focus on the other place then. It's in the afternoon, we don't know what's going on. Probably milking I am on their on this farm today. Tim's gonna milk on his own up on the spring unit. And then everybody's back to work tomorrow, Saturday, except from Toby. But he's like, all this is going to be done, so we're going to be alright. Managed to get the strings out, Tobes? Huh? Managed to get all the strings out? Yeah. Well, Dairy Farm's got plenty of, it's baler twine. Really? Dairy Farm's got plenty of baler twine about.
Farmer's best friend.
Last bell, yeah? Alright, that's the 2 silage belts set. I have to go and get another 2 though. Dry cow swept out. I don't know what that's all about, don't ask me. Toby's going to straw down this bit, and then that's it done. Cook this bit of shit out in a minute. Bit of crap there. That's all a bit shite. I'll sweep that out. And then we'll load them back up. I might do that now actually. I might get yard scraping to sweep all this crap out. Right, here we go. I'll take it steady on this stuff so I don't bend the yard scraper. All overheated and crap. I've got to get myself a self-leveler for this camera, so it's not so vibrating. Get better footage. Another gear change on this camera. Bucket in there, push all that in. No way on getting that in the yard scraper. Right, that's all the floor scrap there. It's looking a lot better. Toby's got to go and get a bucket and push all that in the goo now. And then this barrier, I'm just waiting for him to come out with another 2 bells. And we'll put some down there. This stuff's all pretty good this size, so we left that. All I've got to do now is set a dry case round, see if anything's going to calf night, bag up, sort out. There we go, now I've got to come do size clamps. Dry case are bedded up, just got to let them rain now. Oh, that's a lot better. Yeah, that's nice now. Yeah, there's heifers everywhere. See, there's one here. Nice looking heifer. I just saw another one. Actually 2. Yeah. That one? Yeah. Need a bit of time off. Same as this one. And also, looking good. That's what you want. Get plenty of heifers in the herd. Try to do about 90 a year on this dairy. I find we get through quite a few more milking cows. I want a spring unit, like the cows, like if you didn't have a tight block, spring block, it would last a lot longer, like the cows would go on and on. But the main reason they go on it there really is because like they're not in calf and they don't fit the bill down there. But you will get through more cows down there, definitely. Yeah, there we go. Zoom down the barrier. Another one here. Just looking through them. Can't see no more. Oh yeah, there's no one. Yeah, all bagged out. That's quite a good cow. I like cows like that. Want it milk, you see? You don't want to get litres down too much because we still got to put a lot of effort in to get the milk. You know, if you're going to be if you're going to be low yielding, like cows out all the time and that, like yeah, little cows, but you have got to keep your costs down a lot. Like I mean, like real down, because when it's milk for grass, dust grass, and like a little bit of size, a little bit of cave, you know, you got to, it's not low input, low output, so you got to keep it. You've got to keep it like that. You can't like when you have a good year, say right, I'm going to go off and I'm going to get collars now and do all ID and all that. You know, because just when you hit a bad year again, you're going to have all this bloody crap on you. That's why you've got one tractor and loader up on that spring unit. No like JCBs or anything. It's one tractor and loader, straw chopper, yard scraper, and that's it. That's sorted out there then. And then if we have a good year, we'll focus on somewhere else. You know, another project. Not like keep going in like yeah we'll want a bigger barn out there and all that, but you want to keep the system, and that's the hardest thing I reckon, is actually keeping the system the way it is, keeping it like, you know, don't get like super excited, especially on the year what we've just had. Cow I brought down. Have one there, see there's a big size difference to the ones you bring down from the spring unit. That's like a normal cow, and then that's the one what we brought down. So, well, that's a normal plough. That one's a normal plough. This one brought down, so a lot smaller. But that is like as Jersey as you get. So you have got to be careful on the ones you bring down, because you don't want the whole herd like it down. Right, we're getting there. Toby's bringing another 2 bales of silage down. And then I'll cut them open and then we'll put them all down through here. Look at that, you just flip one off. The trusty Stanley knife has been hanging about at me all winter. Right. Toby's just about to bring the bells in. And then we're done down here then. Till tomorrow anyway. I've probably just got a sweet mate, right? Might have to put 1 or 2 bells, right? All I've got to do is cut the top string. I've took all the rest of the strings out. So it's just 1 string that bell. Somewhere, and that's it. I've got to find him. See a knot. They're in so bloody tight out. I pull that out. There we go. God. Got him though. Try to do it one-handed. Just 1 string I got. Take them out so it ain't too bad. If you've got to cut all the strings and pull them out, it's too hard. Right, that's one over side. This one should be easier. Cut the string. Find the string. Got the knots the other side this time, so it's better. There we go, that's textbook. There we go, shut a gate on that. Always shut the barrier gate because now and again one does jump through. Not very often, but it happens when you leave the bloody gate open. So since we've been doing that, that's the young stock and dry cows done on this farm. And then up on the spring unit, Tim's going to be doing the same. He's got the dry cows to feed, what's a lot more, but it's still like you drive around and chuck like a few more bales of straw around. And then the young stock, he's got another 3 miles away. He's got to drive down there and bed them down. That's like 80 heifers and then 80 like bulls, steers and heifers and whatnot. So he's got a few of them to do it. And then up on the autumn unit, Tom, he's got his young stock up there and he's got another farm just down the road. So across the board, it's a lot of work in the morning for about an hour and a half for just doing all like the bend down, sweeping up and all that of the young stock. And now it's about 11:15 now. We got going about 9:30. Now we've got time to go and fix whatever's broken and stuff like that. Or me and Toby are going to go and do the silage pits. We're going to put a bale of hay in with some other calves, and then we're going to sort some calves out. I'm going to do the water for the calves and whatnot. And then this afternoon I think I'm milking here. But I might be up on a spring unit checking around and whatnot. I'm going to see who's about after this. I'm going to have a little ring round and see what's going on. But here we go. Dry cow young stock, job done. We get asked in the comments quite a lot, like what made you want to do the videos and whatnot. And what started it all off was just getting the cows across the road one day up on a spring unit, and someone said, why don't you do a video on this? And that's what I did, and that one went viral, so I sort of gone from there. But like I started at YouTube, I thought like, you know, I wasn't doing it for the views. Obviously if like only 10 people watched it, I wouldn't bother, but now you've got about 2,000 people a video watching it, I thought I'd keep it going. Definitely made me better at farming, like maybe not better, but it's made me want to put more effort in, definitely. got a lot harder, a lot stronger. I've got a lot more confidence too doing videos. I reckon as each video goes on, you build up that confidence and you know what to say. You're thinking out in front as you're starting to like what you're going to see on camera, like I am now. But now, like, I was quite a shy person really. Like, you know, I used to go to parties and whatnot and talk no bollocks. But actual like getting up in front of people, I could get up in front of like a crowd of people now, and definitely like public speaking and whatnot, it wouldn't worry me too much. When before doing this, it would. I would have shied away from doing that. So I think it's helped me out as a person. It's given me a lot more drive. Toby here loading the wagon up. We usually feed round early in the morning, but we're doing one load halfway through the day at the moment, because we had a whip up the autumn unit this morning. Get things going. He's doing that. Calves over there, I'm going to do their water and whatnot in a minute. Here's our blend here. We've got 2 bins on the go at the moment. I think one's nearly empty. We're still on the same pine kernel blend. Got these doors here I was on about. Well, I've got fixed. They're alright, but that one there has fell off, so I've got to deal with them for farm insurance and whatnot. Pine kernel blend, feeding 6 kilos a cow of this. Good stuff it is. It's helping the fats out. The cows are milking well on it, so it's all going well. We're going to open up the 3rd silage clamp any day and start mixing it in, because that stuff's going to fall forward before long, because we've got a bit of old stuff in the back. Keep the energy going. Toby's just putting the maize in, put the blend in, then he puts the silage in after. I'm going to get up on the silage clamps and do them in there. Right, here we go. Here's an aerial view. This is about as best as drone footage as I'll get. I'm up on a silage camp at the moment. Toby over there loading the wagon up. Asphalt flooring on this silage camp. I showed you before. Really good stuff. It doesn't eat in the bottom, the silage. They're still like new, those panels down in the bottom there. Asphalt's good stuff. We've got 6 inches of concrete underneath here, then we've got about 1 inch of asphalt. It's about 10 years old now. This is the silage we've got left. I've got to do that silage pit in a minute. Got that middle clamp, and then we've got the maize clamp. It's going to be a bit tight. It looks like bugger all, but if you look how long these silage clamps are, we're doing about 2 bays a week. So we've got our mixed bit of hay or whatnot in for long. But that is a bloody dirt heap in the middle there. That is going to last a long time. This is all of February here, I reckon, for sure. And then that'll be like March, bit of April. Best thing about your silage clamp, it's got dirt banks on the side too. All the tyres go up on here. Tractors drive up over, dump the tyres on the pit. Very easy to sheet down.